Today's video is powered by Hawpog.
Skip it up and that up.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Rich of Review Tech USA, and 'tis the season to get raped by a monkey.
Cliffy B strikes again. No, this time he actually said some stuff that makes sense, so I agree with him. But anyway, there's an article on N4G. I'll have a link to the actual article below, where Cliffy B talks about the share button that's going to be on the PS4 and how it's a much bigger deal than people are seeming to realize. And I agree with him. If you look on, obviously, all over YouTube, whether you're watching COD Black Ops 2 footage right now, which I'm sure I'm going to get some complaints about. If you look all over the internet, gameplay footage we're putting up gameplay footage on video sharing sites, social networking sites, wherever, has become a part of gaming. It's as much of a part of gaming as online gameplay as everything else now. And Sony got that. They realize that it's become part of what gaming is, and that share button is a big deal. You know, the fact that I'll be able to play any game I want and tap one button on my controller on the PS4 and have footage ready to go for Review Tech USA is huge. It's a godsend. I mean, I'm sure Hawpog and everyone else aren't going to be too thrilled with it because it's going to, take a chunk out of their wallets, but Sony caught on to that, and I'm shocked actually that Sony caught on to that, because usually they're the last in line to get things like that. I thought Nintendo would have been first, but Nintendo missed the boat. Wouldn't be surprised if they add it in like a firmware update in the future, though, because remember, they have the screen on the controller, so they could just have a share button in software on the controller. So don't be surprised if you see that coming from Nintendo and from Microsoft. He also goes on to talk about how they're embracing indie games. I've talked about that before, and that's a huge thing, because indie games this generation ended up being a big deal. Next generation, especially with production costs of AAA titles going up, and I have a feeling we're going to see less AAA titles, indie games are going to be huge. They're going to be ginormous. They're going to be just as big a part of gaming as the AAA titles are. And Sony also caught on to that too. They're actually catching on to things instead of copying other companies. And I know I'm going to get flack for saying that, but come on, son, they have. I love the PS3, minus the PS3 Super Slim. It was my preferred console of this generation, but Sony copies other companies. Not that other companies don't either, but Sony's like blatant about it. PlayStation move anybody? Come on, really? But anyway, there's one more thing he talks about, which this one, I think, Cliffy, you're kind of smoking the crack on with this. He said that there's more of a buzz for the virtual reality headset Oculus Rift than the next generation consoles. People are more excited about that. He must know a lot of different people than I do, or a lot of different gamers. I mean to say, obviously, he knows different people, because everyone I know doesn't give a flying shit about any kind of We've been down this before with the virtual reality. When is time? How many times has time itself proven that peripherals and add-ons and motion controls and VR? I mean, I understand the technology is a lot more advanced than it was in the early 90s, but how many more times, things sell well, like the Wii sold well for motion controls in the beginning, Kinect sold well, there's been other peripherals that have done okay, but throughout time, it's been proven that in the end, people just want to sit on their couch with an HD screen and a gamepad, and that's it. I don't understand, how many more times do we need to have VR helmets and motion controls and electronic nipple tassels and internet connected butt plugs, and then realize that, oh yeah, it sold well for a month, and then people stop giving a shit about it. Maybe there is people that are excited about it. I'm sure it'd be cool in some applications, but again, I don't want to slap a fucking pair of glasses or a helmet on my head coming home from work. We went down this route with 3D TV as well. It's like holding on by a thread right now. I don't know. Just give me a controller. Give me a powerful console or a gaming PC. Let me sit back with my balls and my nipples and let me play a game the way I want to. When I come home from work, I don't want to have anything on my head. I don't want to twirl my hands around like an idiot. Just let it go. Stop with all trying these peripherals. No one cares. Really, I'm telling you, Cliff, no one cares. I promise. Anyway, that's just a personal rant. I just had to get it off my chest. Chest. So what's your take on this? Do you agree with Cliffy B? I agree with him on everything except the whole virtual reality thing. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you have an interesting news story you would like me to discuss, private message me with a link via YouTube. And if I use your news article, I will give you a shout out in the video and feature your YouTube channel in the description. And yes, I actually do pay attention to your comments. I saw people complaining in other videos that I don't. I'm just out 90% of the time, and it's virtually impossible to respond to comments on my phone. So yes, I pay attention to what you say. That's how I knew you were complaining. Anyway, guys, I'm heading out to work now. Interested to see what you have to say. I got to get going. See ya.